The music industry is often unforgiving, with some artists rising to superstardom only to fizzle out due to bad decisions or controversies. In this video, we look at 8 artists that wasted their potential. Aerio Banks. Natalia Banks is a case study in how personal controversies can derail an artist's potential. Her 2011 breakout hit 212 was a breath of fresh air in hip-hop, with its genre-bending production and sharp lyricism. It was all on the best of the year lists. The song's viral success led to her being hailed as one of the next big things to come in music. Unfortunately, Natalia has been in the spotlight more for her erratic behavior and social media outbursts than her musical achievements. Feuds with fellow artists including Iggy Azalea, Zayn Malik, and even legends like Beyonce and Rihanna, and many more overshadowed her work. Her Twitter rants often crossed the line into the offensive territory, alienating everyone but her core fanbase. I think all that stems from her insecurities, but instead of dealing with them, she lashes out against others. Despite the controversy, she continued to release critically acclaimed music. Her debut album, Broke with Expensive Taste, was praised for its innovative sound, blending house, rap, and dance elements. However, her ongoing battles with labels, coupled with her tendency to burn bridges, made it difficult for her to sustain momentum. She could have been a defining voice in modern hip-hop, especially today, but her inability to stay out of controversy has left her with a reputation more for drama than artistry, while she still releases music independently. She never capitalized on her early promise to become a major mainstream force. Mahone. In the early 2010s, Mahone was pegged as the next big teen heartthrob, often being compared to Justin Bieber. His career began by posting covers on YouTube, which quickly gained traction and earned him a huge fan base. In 2013, his single What About Love took off, earning him MTV's Artist to Watch award and propelling him to stardom. Despite the early promise, his career soon began to falter. His debut EP The Secret in 2014 performed modestly, but he struggled to maintain his initial momentum. Part of the issue was his prolonged delay in releasing a proper studio album, which left fans waiting for too long. Additionally, he faced label issues, further hindering his rise. By the time he released singles like Dirty Work in 2015, the pop landscape had shifted and his sound and look no longer stood out. Mahone had the looks, the talent, and the fanbase to become a major pop star. However, a combination of poor timing, long gaps between releases, and label struggles left him in Bieber's shadow. Though he continues to release music and tour, his career never quite lived up to his early promise, and he's not really a significant artist. More like a remember him? Bridget M. Bridget M's early career was filled with potential. As one of Disney Channel's rising stars, she earned a large following through her roles in Good Luck Charlie and Lemonade Mouth. She also starred on Wizards of Waverly Place with Selena Gomez. Like all those Disney stars from that era, she signed with Hollywood Records in 2011 and released her debut album Hello My Name Is. The album, which peaked at number 30 on the Billboard 200, featured the hit single Ready or Not, which made her one of the ones to watch. Despite the success of her early music career, she chose to step back from the pop scene, prioritizing her education and acting roles instead. While she did release a few singles, she never committed fully to a follow-up album, leaving fans wondering what could have been. Her decision not to focus on her music career left us with more what-ifs. She had the potential to become a major pop star in the post-Disney world, but she never reached that level. She continued releasing music here and there, dropping a couple of EPs, but there's no denying that her musical career could have blossomed into something much larger. Natalia Kills. Natalia Kills came into the pop scene with a dark and edgy aesthetic that immediately set her apart. She had a troubled childhood and started making music early. She got popular on MySpace in the 2000s. As a teenager, she released Don't Play Nice, which did well, peaking at number 11 on the UK singles chart. Her debut album Perfectionist was released in 2011 and featured tracks like Mirrors and Wonderland. The album had that electro-pop sound that was popular at the time. She followed it up with Trouble in 2013, a critically acclaimed project that delved deeper into her personal struggles, including her childhood trauma and her rebellious past. However, despite her talent, she is more remembered for her dramatic fall from grace than her music. In 2015, she and her husband Willie Moon served as judges on the X Factor New Zealand. What could have been an opportunity to build her profile quickly turned into a PR disaster. On the show, she and her husband were villains, verbally attacking a contestant, accusing him of copying Willie Moon's style, in what many viewers saw as an unprovoked rant.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband. From the hair to the suit, do you not have any value or respect for...
The backlash was swift, and the pair was quickly fired. The controversy significantly damaged her reputation and became a career killer. Natalia Kills had the potential to become a unique voice in the pop world. Her lyrical content was often deeper than typical radio hits, and she wasn't afraid to be controversial until that worked against her. The public's perception of her never recovered, and while she continues to work behind the scenes, her solo career will always be remembered for what could have been. Rita Aura. Rita Aura had all the makings of a pop superstar. The looks, the voice, the charisma, and the perfect backing. Signed to Rock Nation in the early 2010s, she seemed poised for global domination. Her debut album Aura in 2012 produced hits like R.I.P. and How We Do, as she quickly became huge in UK pop culture. However, her journey to pop superstardom has been far from smooth. A lengthy legal battle with Rock Nation stalled her career, just as she was beginning to gain momentum. After her split from the label, she struggled to regain her footing in the US market. Her second studio album, Phoenix, took 6 years to materialize, which is an eternity in the fast-paced world of pop music. Although she has continued to release music and tour, she has never reached the heights that were initially predicted for her. Despite a couple of streaming hits since then, she remains more of a celebrity than a dominant force in the music industry. Rita Aura had the potential to be a defining pop star of the 2010s. Her talent is undeniable, and she has consistently delivered catchy pop hits. But all the stop-starts prevented her from maintaining the momentum she needed to break into the upper echelons of pop. Even though she is still active, it feels like her potential as a pop powerhouse has come and gone. Britney Murphy. Britney Murphy was known more for her acting than her music, but she showed huge promise as a singer as well. Her vocals were highlighted in films like Happy Feet and the animated classic King of the Hill. But it was her feature on the 2006 single Faster Kill Pussycat that really showcased her potential as a pop singer. The song became a club hit and hit #1 on Billboard's Hot Dance Club chart. Despite her evident talent, she never fully pursued a music career. Her acting commitments, combined with her personal struggles and health issues, kept her from diving deeper into music. Tragically, her unexpected death in 2009 at the age of 32 ended any chance of seeing what her musical ambitions could have led. Her voice was unique, and her charisma made her stand out in any projects she touched. While she achieved great success as an actress, her potential as a singer was never fully realized. In another world, she is one of the biggest pop stars of the 2000s. Cheryl. Cheryl, formerly known as Cheryl Cole, was a member of the hugely successful British girl group Girls Aloud. After the group split, she launched a successful solo career with hits like Fight for This Love and Call My Name. Her first 3 albums all topped the UK charts, and she was on track to become a pop powerhouse in her own right. While she found massive success in the UK, she struggled to break into the international market. After a string of successful hits in the early 2010s, her momentum began to die down with the release of Only Human in 2014. Despite her undeniable talent, her attempts to reinvent herself did not resonate with listeners, and she hasn't been able to replicate the success of her earlier work. She had the makings of a global pop star, with her strong vocal performance, catchy music, and her looks. However, her career became stagnant after 2014, and she has since stepped back from releasing new music. With more strategic choices, she could have dominated the global charts, but her potential remained unfulfilled. Carrie Hilson. Carrie Hilson initially found success as a songwriter, penning hits for artists like Britney Spears, Usher, and Ludacris. when she stepped into the spotlight as a solo artist. It seemed like the logical next step. Her debut album In the Perfect World in 2009 spawned hits like Knock You Down, which peaked at number 3, and Turning Me On, which peaked at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100. After that, she was hailed as one of R&B's most promising new stars. Carrie's career took a turn after her second album, No Boys Allowed, in 2010. She found herself at the center of a rumored feud with Beyoncé after her fans thought she was dissing her on some lines. The Beehive didn't let her get away with that, which led to her being blackballed in the industry. Coupled with her personal challenges and a lengthy hiatus from music, her once promising career came to a screeching halt. Carrie Hilson had the talent to become a leading figure in R&B, with strong vocals and a knack for creating hits, but her extended absence from music left her career stagnating, though she made a brief return in recent years. The momentum she built in the late 2000s was never regained, and she remains a reminder on how quickly the industry can turn on you. Which wasted potentials did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.